Iron farm. Yesterday on stream, I made this little iron farm over here, and it has been running all night, and today I will see how... I've been pressing shift. Oh no, I'm holding shift. Oh no, I'm only just... Okay, my game might be a bit laggy. 422 juicy iron ingots. I did make the mistake while designing this of getting a tier 2 compacting drawer in this system instead of a tier 3, which means that it would also compact into iron blocks, which saves me a lot of space and time having to craft things into iron blocks in case I ever need those. And it's also nice to just store those in your inventory, and I don't know, I just don't want to spend the time crafting them, so it would have been much easier if I got a tier 3 one, but it's no big deal. This iron farm will be totally chucking away in the background, and it will do a pretty decent job supplying me with iron, and it's still really laggy. But it also generates a lot of flint, but I don't really have a use for that right now. I can eventually turn the flint back into gravel to have it be washed again and generate even more iron for me, but I don't really want to do that because it requires crafters and a whole extra setup that I just can't really afford right now. At the moment, the farm is powered by this lot of water wheels, and it's not even running at full speed yet, and I already need this big of a row of water wheels. And as fun as I think water wheels are, I don't think they're the prettiest to just sit out there like this. I will get these removed eventually, and I'll replace it with, I don't know, a boiler setup. There's a bunch of ways I can create power with this mod pack, and I will be exploring that very, very soon. Either way, I won't have to be worrying about iron anytime soon, so that is a huge load off my shoulders because I was kind of tired of running out of iron every once in a while, and even though I'm just building, you still use iron for things like lanterns and other little bits and bobs, and having an infinite supply of iron is definitely very welcome, no matter what. One reload later, turns out I had a Windows update, now also raining. Great. Iron isn't the only essential thing, however, that I want to have a bunch of. I also have bread in my inventory, which is the only bread I have, and kind of the only food source I currently have. The only way I've been currently getting my food is through going down here every once in a while, harvesting some wheat, and getting it processed through my crushing wheels, washing it, and then making it into bread, and it's a whole process. But I am running a bit low, and I do tend to run out of food every once in a while if I haven't been keeping up, and going back and forth like this, getting more wheat, and it's just not fun. So I'm going to be making a wheat farm as well as some other crops that I want to grow using a radial create farm, and these are quite simple, and you've probably seen billions of these or you've made them yourself before, but I also need to do some terraforming work, and I'll be showing you that process as well. Also, don't you worry, I haven't forgotten about my little mushroom guy. He's finally grown up and he's no longer a little guy. There you go. I'm proud of you, buddy. I've also done some more decorating during my stream. Given Sir Blotek a little gaming chair with a cup that he can drink out of. He's all nice and happy. I've also captured this seagull called Jerry. He's an absolute menace, and that's why he's in a cage right now, although he's a... I don't know, he's comfortable, trust me. He's fine. Unfortunately, Flashback or the replay mod aren't available for this version yet, so I can't really make a classic time-lapse, but I can still make something work, so I hope you enjoy this old-fashioned, pre-modded time-lapse, which is just some footage of me placing blocks. Rain has stopped, it's a brand new day, so let's get building. farm's all done. Now all I need to do is just glue it together. That should be all, and all I need to do now is give it a flick, and oh, there we go. Maybe clean up the last few bits as well. I didn't bring any extra seeds. Oh well, those will fill up eventually. And now I'll be back later once I've constructed a few more farms for a bunch of different things, and I'll show you around. Something I didn't really explain last video is how you repair your tools with Tetra. I briefly said that you can't use mending on these tools, and you're probably wondering, what do you do to repair them then? And it's quite simple. Let me show you. You put your tool in the Tetra workstation, and you can click on repair. There's a giant button for it, and it shows you the material you need to repair it. Kind of just like an anvil, but it kind of spells it out for you, so it's even easier. You put whatever item it asks for in your workstation, and you just click on craft, and it might take some levels, and it might also give you a negative effect if you've repaired it before, or for other specific reasons. In this case, it gave me Bloodbound. Has a chance to drain the wielder's health instead of taking durability damage. Actually, that could be kind of good, but I'd rather not have that. Luckily, it's fairly easy to cleanse your tool as well. All you need is a lapis lazuli and a few more levels, and you can get rid of the negative effect. Also, for whatever reason, my game seems to be broken right now, and I just cannot sleep. The night is still passing, but whenever I go to bed... I can't even at all right now. Oh boy. I'm clicking the button. I just restarted my world. I hope it's okay. I can open doors just fine. Something ain't quite right. My storage system is... Oh. Okay, it was just a huge lag spike. Also, when sleeping, it takes forever to wake up. Like, sleeping just doesn't work. That took, like, that took an insane amount of time, jeez. I hope the lag doesn't persist, but otherwise I might have to start a new world, and I really don't hope so, because I like this world. I like my cozy house, and I don't know what I can do to fix it, but I'll see. But if it takes that long for me to sleep every single time, that is unplayable. I didn't finish up my wheat farm. I added this drawer system to properly store the items with void upgrades, so it can't overflow the items. And I added another one that has a bunch of different crops. I don't really particularly need any of these, but I just like having them just in case. No, what the? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? I don't know, my world seems to be having some weird issues right now. I really hope this is just a temporary thing. Oh no, is there an extra item in here that it's just not getting rid of? Oh. Wait. I think I know what's up. There's something in the... Oh, there's a rotten tomato. I didn't know these were a thing. That explains it. I needed another drawer. It turns out that issue was unrelated. There's just extra items that I was getting that I was not filtering through, and the hopper got stuck and the barrel got full, and now it started spitting items all over my farm, but that should no longer be an issue, so crisis averted. Ah, yeah, rotten potatoes too. I forget about those. Whoopsies. But yeah, this farm gives me tomatoes, onions, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, and flax, and a bunch of extra items that it generates. But these are the only ones that I want, mostly because I want to try and cook different items. There's a mod that allows me to make so many different food items, and I'm sure some of these are useful for that, so I want to kind of see what they can do for me. This area is still looking kind of ugly though, and it is kind of like an industrial area a bit, so I don't really need it to look super pretty, but right now it does definitely look like a bit of a mess. I at least want a path that goes from here to my house, and by adding paths in from the different farms, I think it'll already make it look a lot better, so let's just go and do that. Oh, I've made a path from my house to the farms. I have not extended the path to the iron farm yet, because I might add some extra buildings over there, so I want to keep it clear for now. But at least the path to these two farms is looking snazzy, and I think it's already made it look a little bit more like a livable space. Sort of. All I need to do now is just put some lanterns down because it's gonna get dark at night, and I think it's the final touch this area needs to really come together. Now, I don't have too many of these. I've prepared 12 lanterns, so let's put these in strategic places. One here. Maybe one over here. One here. Then a few across the path back to the house. Yeah, I think that does the job just nicely. I haven't spaced them out very evenly, but I feel like in an area like this, you wouldn't really get that anyway. They just quickly place some lanterns down just to have the light, and then just continue on with their work. Point isn't really to light the entire path or area anyway, because I don't really care too much about mob spawns. It's mostly just for aesthetics, and I think it does the job just nicely. Now, I do kind of want to see what it's like at night, but we're gonna have to wait a bit. In the meantime, I'll just go dig for some more stone. I kind of ran out while I was adding the path. There we go. It's about to get dark, I think. Sun is going under. I can't even see it anymore. Ah, yeah, there we go. It's getting dark now. I think there's only one thing that could make this even prettier, and it's gonna lag for a bit, but I think it's worth toggling on shaders just for this. Let's have a lovely stroll across my new path. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty. This will be the end of the episode now, though. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you next time. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please subscribe. I'll be doing more in this world and in other places. Hello, snowy creeper. You're so cute. I've already caught a snowy creeper over there, and I'll be giving him a special place very soon. Very fuzzy and very nice, and I definitely want one as a pet. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.